When we think of cell phones, we usually think of Android or iOS. But one third party has always been Windows Phone, and in its last update, it's gotten better than ever. So let's take a look at it and its three biggest improvements. I'm Ben, this is iTechTriad, and these are the three top improvements in Windows Phone 8.1. Now, in its last update, Windows Phone saw not a massive overhaul, but instead just new features that made it a viable competitor to Android and iOS. It still looks the same, it still runs the same on all hardware. As you can see here, I'm running it on a Lumia 520, which is one of the low-end Windows phones, and it still runs beautifully, just like Windows Phone 8 did. So let's take a look at the three top improvements that I feel were needed and just make Windows Phone that much better in this latest update. So the first thing that I think was a huge improvement was Cortana. And what is Cortana? Well, it's a digital assistant similar to Siri on iOS and Google Now on Android. What does it do? What you would expect. It gives you information at a glance, similar to what Google Now would do, and it gives you information that you can get by making a search with your voice, similar to what you might do with Siri or even Google Now, as it does the same thing. Cortana does still have some bugs at the moment, but that is because we are running this on a developer preview, as Windows Phone 8.1 is not quite ready for a primetime release. If you want to know more about Cortana, let us know in the comments and we'll try to provide some more information on it in the future. The next thing we're going to talk about is Action Center. What's Action Center? It's your notification dropdown, like you've seen in other operating systems such as iOS and Android. It works very well, although there's one thing I would change, and that's the fact that you can only swipe away your notifications as a group. You cannot do them individually like you can on Android. It's a very good merger of Android and iOS and their implementations of the notification bar, and it works well. Above that, you also have 4 customizable quick toggles that you can change to do several different settings on the device, as well as a shortcut to the full settings app, your battery percentage, and the date. The battery percentage is probably one of the best additions, since now you don't have to rely on an unstable live tile. The last thing I'm going to talk about are the improvements to the start screen. Now, your start screen, or your home screen I should say, is actually the place where you're going to get all your live tiles and get everything done. And they have made a few improvements to it, including wallpapers, extra live tiles, and much more. I'm only going to talk mainly about wallpapers and the extra live tiles. As you can see just a second ago, I went into my settings and I turned on extra live tiles. What that does is turns on an completely extra third column of live tiles, which is a great addition, especially on devices with larger screens. Now, my Lumia 520, which has a 4-inch screen, it's not very convenient since these smaller icons or the 1x1 tiles are a little unbearable. It's kind of hard to get to them, so you're generally going to want to stick with the 2-column layout that you typically get if you have a Lumia 520 or other smaller device. The other great addition is wallpapers. Now, for the longest time, the only thing you could do to customize your Windows Phone home screen was the layout and the color. Now you can actually change the system-wide color, but you can also add a photo. There are several pre-installed backgrounds, as you can see here, and they're quite nice. You can also use pictures from your OneDrive or that you have taken with the camera. I honestly think that this was probably the best way they could have implemented wallpapers, as I didn't really want to see them put it just wherever there was black space. So putting it where it's the background on your core tiles, such as Cortana and built-in apps, was a great way to do it. And it actually looks really nice if you set it up right, as I have done here. I actually really like the way they've done it, so I give Microsoft huge props for doing that. So that's going to do it for our top 3 improvements. I personally think that Windows Phone 8.1 was one of the biggest overhauls to Windows Phone 8, but I think that we'll see a lot more in the future as Windows Phone continues to evolve. But I want to know what you guys think, so let us know in the comments what you thought about Windows Phone 8.1. And if you want to install Windows Phone 8.1 on your device, check out the first link in the description for a tutorial on how to install the developer preview. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and give us a thumbs up, as it helps us out a lot. And we'll catch you in the next video.